up, YouTube? Hello, everybody.
Welcome. You're always a lot more excited than I am.
I know. Well, the thing is, because it's quite a pumped up intro. So if I just start saying, yes, hello, everyone, welcome along to the Prestige Reef Dork show, it's like, it sounds weird. So it's like, energy, go. So woo! I am Alex, Reef Dork, and with me tonight on the Prestige Reef Dork show, as always, is Ryan from the UK's #1 coral selling website, prestigereef.co.uk. Ryan, hello.
Can you read my official name, please?
No, I'm not reading that.
Just below my face, my official name today.
So, Ryan is wrong. Do not vote for him, it says.
Well, I'm so I'm not sure you can read. Maybe that's to do with your colorblindness as well.
Maybe. Well, so actually, for the benefit of those watching on, listening on the podcast, it says Prestige Reef is right. Vote for him.
There you go. Enough said. We end it here, can't we?
That's so arrogant. No, people don't like arrogance, do they? So,
literally a minute ago, Alex said to me, "I am going to crush you. You won't even suspect what I've got coming." I said, "I'm going to tell everyone you just said that because they won't like arrogance."
I've been really nice. I'm just a nice, likable guy, not like you.
Yeah,
just
true.
Arrogance oozing from every pore.
You look like Lex Luthor, but you're still just a nice, likable guy, aren't you?
Exactly. And speaking of the podcast, last week there was no podcast because my live streaming software didn't record the audio. It turns out I've got a 50-hour limit, and it's just been recording in the background. So, but there will be one this week, so you will be able to get it on Spotify. You got a smart ass comment to make about that, Ryan?
Nothing at all. I wasn't going to say anything about how amateur this is. So, nope.
I could see you like you couldn't wait to get. You're like, I gotta say something.
No, I have to be nice because then people will like me and they'll vote for me. Because if I bully you, I don't like it.
Well, shall I tell them about the bullying you've been doing before we started?
Yeah, I didn't bully you before we started.
No, I don't. But it sounds good, doesn't it? And what else? Oh, and we have a celebrity in the house, Sean from the Ocean Project, the UK's #1 retail business.
Whoa.
Local fish shop, not online. Although he also does sell online. So
that's true, yeah. No, don't tell people that. Shh, that's a secret.
Yeah. I've got a couple of things to say. First off, I stuffed up today. I made an aquarium mistake. So my tank over my shoulder, my Fluval Evo 13.5. There's an Asterius snail on the glass. I need to start dosing. My alkalinity's been dropping a little bit. It got down to 5.8 the other day. No big deal, doesn't matter. But it just tells me I need to start dosing because I got, I don't know, half a dozen corals in there, whatever. And I'm going for calcwaster on this tank. And I thought, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to measure my alkalinity, which I did. Yeah. And then I'm going to dose some calcwaster overnight and then come back 24 hours, test again and see what it's like. And hopefully it's gone up a tiny bit, but not too much. So I thought, you know what, 50 milliliter, which is not a lot of calcwaster, that'll do. So I set that up to dose 12 times every 2 hours, nice and spaced out.
Yeah.
Only it turns out I didn't set out to dose every 2 hours. I set out 12 doses. The first one was 42 millimeters and the others were all 1 millimeter each. So, which I didn't realize. I meant to do 50 millimeter split. But I did one big one, and because the app didn't do what I was expecting. So I heard it going and I was like, oh, cool. And I was like, bloody hell, that's good. That's dosing a lot. So I dumped 40 milliliter of calcwaster in. I don't think it'll be an issue. I was actually considering pouring it all in straight away.
Yeah.
But and that was a couple of hours ago, and everything looks all right. So, but in theory, that could have spiked my pH or KH.
What dosing pump are you using?
Refactory.
Okay. No, I haven't seen that sort of option on an app before. That's why I wondered.
No, it's because I had it already set up to dose 1 milliliter once. And what I did was what you're supposed to do, if you reset it and start a program, start a new dose, it says how much, how many doses. But instead, I put in 50 milliliters and then I put add dose and added another 10 doses, not realizing that it wasn't splitting it equally. So anyway, but I think it's all right. I think nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to come. It should be good. So there we go. So that's what's going on there. No, it's all right. I could hear gurgling. And what else have I got to tell you? Right. So the other thing. Oh, yeah.
Member questions.
Member questions are coming up. But the other thing first is Aqua Telford. There is going to be a proper, legitimate, big coral show kind of in the UK. So there've been Coral Freaks was the only one that I know of, certainly in the last 10 years, which was run by AAC and Reef Dreams.
Yeah.
4 years ago now, maybe 3 years ago, before COVID.
Yeah, pre-COVID, yeah.
And there were, I think, about between 500 and 1,000 people throughout the day. I think at any one time, the maximum they had in there was 500, something like that. So, which is good for the UK, but American standards, you laugh. That's like a local reefer meeting.
Yeah.
But this time, and so it would be great, by the way, if that carried on. And there's another one. They've talked about it, but nothing's come of it as yet. But there is Aqua Telford, which is a trade show historically. It's in Telford in the UK, in the Midlands. And it's always been a weekend of trade only. But this year, in October, they're opening it up to members of the public. Plebs like me, Ryan.
Well, I was already invited every year anyway, but so what you're saying is they're letting plebs like you in.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
so that's going to be, I think it's open for 3 days. The first 2 days is open to the public, Friday and Saturday, I think.
Possibly.
Something like that. Anyway, I didn't see the full details, but it's in October of this year. It's in Telford in the Midlands, and it's going to be a big show.
I'm surprised they didn't just do it before, because that's essentially what MACNA is. MACNA is all the retail, or like all the manufacturers are in the room on the same day, and all the shops go and the hobbyists go. So I never understood why there was an issue with keeping hobbyists away from the the manufacturers, because some hobbyists would like to talk to Red Sea or someone else.
The thing is, so I've had this explained to me. I can't remember who by, but they just like when it's the manufacturers all there together and the retailers. They just like to be able to talk without customers around, so they can just talk openly and not that they're like slagging off customers, or whatever, but just it's different, isn't it? And you need
it's like
that
private things, like it might be new products or things like that aren't ready for release yet.
Exactly right. So that was the rationale that I heard, and that makes perfect sense. And they need that, and they invest quite a lot of money into it, because at the end of the day, manufacturers sell to shops. They don't sell to you or I.
Yeah, true.
So that I think that's the rationale. But there we go. It should be really good. I'm looking forward to it. You're going, right? I think you said the other day.
Yeah. I'll hop in your Tesla. We'll drive down. Yeah.
Outing me as a Tesla driver.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll head up. That'll be good. And let me know in the chat if you guys are going. It'd be cool to see lots of people. I think probably half of the people watching, I would guess, are UK based, watching live. It's normally about 20% of my overall audience is British, but on the live stream, I bet it's higher. So let me know. And Peter Callis is going, and he's from Telford.
That's convenient.
Right around the corner. So there we go. It's a little bit of a pain to get to, actually, to be honest. But this is another like a UK thing, where if it's 3 hours, we cry about it, whereas the Americans will spend $1,000 to fly for 4 days, and
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm now replacing. I'm no longer coming in your Tesla, because I've got someone else who's local. Because Jamie has a very nice car. I'm not going to say what his car is. He can tell you if you want, but he has a very nice car.
He says, "Ooh, Tesla friend."
So now I'm upgrading from a Tesla. Jamie's car is nicer than a Tesla.
Yeah, I think you've told me what his car is before. So
it's nice. So
it's red, right?
Yeah, it has a horse on it. I think it's a horse.
Exactly.
I'm terrible with cars.
Prancing horse, no less. Anyway, so there we go. Lots of people saying that they're going. Although there's someone from Denmark and someone from Tennessee, and it sounds like they're probably not going to make it.
Let's put it this way: if I'm going to turn up at a trade show, we both know that I need to go in a nice, car with a horse on it.
Yeah, well, that's fine actually, because Abbas is just who I spoke to. I saw yesterday. I got a coral off him. He said we can go on motorbikes, so we're going to bike up, and we can be motorbike friend. Ooh, and you can go in your fancy red car.
It's not actually red, but I know anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, all right. So, and Tom, I have seen your question, so I'll get to that. So that's the news, and now we have got
going by transit
van.
Yes, that's what Les says.
Packing people in. Okay, yeah. Or you paint a horse on the transit. Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's true.
Ford Escort RS 1600 is coming in a recreational vehicle and cooking meth on the way, from the looks of it. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Earn a bit of money to make like to buy corals or whatever. Do you reckon, will there be, because so you were invited to go as a vendor?
There will be corals for sale, I believe. There, yes, I believe.
I wonder who's going.
It would be odd for them to ask if I was interested if I couldn't sell, if you see what I mean. But then they're getting.
Maybe they only invited you because you're the number one, and they were like, "We don't want anyone else."
Why do you do this? No, I know. There's definitely some other shops which are going. I don't know if you're allowed to sell there, but ooh, I would assume you would be. But I never really asked that question.
Yeah,
for me, it isn't. For me, it's as I say, it's 5 hours away. I'm not sure. It's like a fun idea to go and sell coral.
You can't not go. Oh, right. I was going to say.
No, I'll go. It's a nice idea to pack up coral. And everyone goes, well, why wouldn't you do that? But the reality is, it's probably, from what I've heard from the people that go to Reef Palooza and Macna, it is an incredibly stressful time to put a load of corals into a box, go up to the show, take it all out. And usually you go the night before to let all the corals settle.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I'm happy with just going.
The vendors in America do very, very well financially, from what I understand, and there are some vendors who only sell at coral shows.
Yeah, that's true. They go around the country.
Exactly, they do a circuit. So, but it does look like a lot of work, to be fair. So, all right. So there we go. So that's it. And lots of people who are going, and everyone's talking about what car they're going in. So, AAC have got a booth. I wonder if Signature Frags will have a booth as well. I
wondered that myself, actually.
I'm going to try to go up.
It's the sort of thing where I'll go. I'll see other booths and I'll be like, oh, I wish I'd done this.
Yeah. Will you film there? Will you take your camera?
Probably. Yeah, I usually film most events, especially if you're around. You know, you're like famous, aren't you?
Exactly. Yeah, this is very true.
You're the most famous person I know. So I might just follow you around like I'm your paparazzi.
You're the most famous person I know, and neither of us are famous. So
I was going to say I'm not very famous, though. That's not very good. I know, because your mate, your mate Polo, he's famous.
Polo, has he texted me? No, he hasn't. So that's someone else. Yeah. So another thing, actually, before we get to member questions, Whale Shark Man, who has just come in the chat now.
Oh, is he?
I saw him on the Reef Bum live stream chat.
What?
Exactly.
What was he talking about?
He wasn't talking. He didn't say anything about whale sharks, but he was there.
How I feel about this.
Guys, you can't watch, can't cheat on me. You wouldn't have like 3 wives, so you don't watch more than 1 live stream. What the hell?
I like how you said you wouldn't have 3 wives, but 2 is totally acceptable.
2's fine, but 3. So yeah, are people watching other live streams? Can you believe that?
Not me.
Very disappointing. Alex should set up
we only watch our own live stream.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, I watch loads. I'm the same.
I know. Wait, occasionally I watch these back, don't I? Not all of it, but sometimes I just to see how we do. So,
and I don't quite get this, Alex. You should set up a YouTuber booth to show off the Kenton of reefing. Kenton. Also, get the whale shark guy. Kenton. What's the Kenton of reefing?
Probably like LeBron James of reefing. I don't know who Kenton is though, but I'm assuming that's what it meant.
Are you creeping up on me? Yes, I am. I'm stalking you, Jason. Yeah. I lurk quietly, don't say anything, and then I'm like, right, who's there? I'll write it down. So, anyway, right, so we can crack on to member questions. So the first one is from BN3 Reefing, and he just says, no question, just love the Prestige Reef Dork show. You both bring so much to it, knowledge, tips, etc. But the humor is the difference to others. Opposing opinions followed with discussion is how most people develop their own skills. Fist bump emoji. How nice is that? Thank you, BN3 Reefing.
It's nice to hear these things. So
yeah, because no one else tells you good things. So
no one ever tells me good things. Why do you think I've become this broken? It's taken a long time to get to this stage of having to bully you.
This is therapy for you, isn't it? And then James 20 says, I went away for the weekend recently and found I was very anxious about leaving the tank. Do either of you get anxiety? How do you deal with it? Ryan, you are the past master of leaving your tank, but you leave it for months on end. Your farm, no less.
Yeah. I think the longest I've ever left it was 7 weeks. I think is the longest. The longest I've left the farm is 6 weeks, but the longest it all comes down to how it's set up. It's completely that. So if your tank has no auto top up, you have no auto feeder, then it will last like a day. If you have it all done properly, it will last for weeks and weeks.
Yeah, if it's a weekend, I'm fine. I don't worry about it. But if it's for more than a week, I start to think, because every now and then stuff goes wrong, doesn't it? Like your auto top off will shut off for no apparent reason. Your dosing pump will pack up. Something will happen. Your lights will turn off, and it's just like, oh, I'm there, so I can fix it. So I always think something is going to go wrong. But I just get over it, basically, is the answer. Because you can either not go away, which just isn't an option. That'd be ridiculous, or go away and worry about it, or go away and just be like, well, there's nothing I can do. If you can appoint someone to go and drop in like you do, that's great. And we normally have a house sitter, so someone that feeds the cat and feeds the fish. But at the end of the day, it's like, if the worst case scenario, if my tank crashed whilst I was away, it's not the end of the world. I wouldn't be happy about it. I'd probably be pretty damn upset, but it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And I wouldn't be prepared to not have holidays to avoid that risk.
Yeah, and you wouldn't shut the tank down either. The thing is, whatever happens, this is really important to know, because I did go away once and someone fed half a pot of fish food and it basically killed 9 grand of coral in like 4 days. So whatever happens, you can't be annoyed at the person who looks after the tank, because these are our responsibilities. These aren't our house sitter's responsibility. So you're responsible. But the thing that I always do, the week before you go away, start acting as if you're away. So if someone's coming to feed pellets, get a little spoon out and feed a specific amount, like a tiny spoon, every day, so you can see how it affects the nutrient levels. So then that person can't get it wrong, because they're going to use a spoonful and it's a consistent measurement. If you give them freedom to do a pinch, one day it'll be a small pinch, and by the end of the week it'll be a massive pinch. I use little
little sauce food pots by Systema, and so it's always measured out, so you can't get it wrong. What else is there too? I don't know. Something else popped into my head then, but yeah. Oh, that's it. If you do it, if you make changes the day before you go, that is an accident waiting to happen.
So you're an idiot if you do that.
Because you'll be like, do you know what? I'll clean my my weir box because it's really clogged and I don't want it to clog. You'll clean it, and then suddenly it's all over the place. Or you'll clean your skimmer. Your skimmer will go crazy, and then you'll wake up in the morning, and you'll have to get the plane, and your skimmer's going nuts still, or you change your you calibrate your don't do anything the week before, anything at all. Well, you can do it a week before, but don't change something the week on the day before. It's a disaster.
I had a flame angel a long time before I went to Africa, and for whatever reason, it got Popeye literally the day before I left. I was like, because at the time it was the most expensive fish I owned, and it was like it was a big deal for me. But by the time I'd come back after a week, it had gone. It wasn't a water quality issue; it had swum into something, because that's how they. If it's only on one side, that's what usually happens.
Right.
It's like a black eye for them. So
okay. Well, there you go. I don't know if that really answers your question, because it wasn't really. It was kind of about do you get anxiety? How do you deal with it? Which I think really the better answer is plan. Get someone to look after it. But just it's and when I say, like, if my tank crashed, I wouldn't care. Of course I would. I'm just saying it's not the be all and end all. So I don't. If there's something I can control, I'll do something about it. If there's something I can't control, I try to just think, and this is easier said than done, but I try to think, nothing going to do about it. I'm just going to leave it. Because if you worry about it and you've got your camera set on it and you're tuning in every 5 minutes, it stresses you out, and that's defeats the point of a holiday.
This is genuinely true. After I've left, there's nothing more I can do, and I pretty much don't think about it anymore at all. So every time someone goes into the coral room, a camera goes off, and then it notifies my phone. And then that's when I'll start thinking about it. But I never sit and watch it. Just so you know, El Chapo is very offended by your clownfish and Scully. Hey. It's definitely yours. It's not my stuff that he's annoyed with.
No, indeed. Not the naked ladies. I have new fish. I've got Moorish Idol Lego fish. Look at that.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have known that, but I can see them now. I knew there was something different there.
I need to set them up like the tangs, but they are there. Oh, and I've just realised I turned that light off. Let me turn that on.
While you're turning around, there's a few people asking questions about the angelfish tank and is there a video? I have made a video today. It's literally been uploaded. I just haven't done the thumbnail and titled it. So it'll be up after this stream. And is there a development with the tank? Not yet. This is going to be a big week this week, probably. I can't do anything until the lights are, have gone up. And they should be going up this week. Jamie?
Oh, yes. Yeah,
Jamie, they should be going up this week. Jamie, in the chat. Are you still there, Jamie?
There's so at some point, because we've got actually no, you know what, I'll come on to that. I was about to get stuck into the actual topic.
Yeah.
And we've not had an hour of talking about nonsense first, so
That's true.
So let's finish off the member questions, because there were three more in fact.
Okay. Yeah.
Andy Angel 7932 says, hi Alex, do you dose all or some of your trace elements that are low on ICP tests? So if your ICP test says low manganese, low strontium, low potassium, low lithium, low cobalt, do I dose every single one of them? No, I don't.
There you go.
I think that's the idea, and certainly that's the idea of Triton.
Yeah.
Is that you don't need to do water changes, and it will tell you that you need to add 0.5 milliliter today of whatever it is, molybdenum, and then tomorrow you need to do 0.5 milliliter of iodine. I can't be asked as much as anything, and I don't think ICP tests are that accurate that you could add the exact amount and it will be, then you'll have the perfect levels. So what I tend to do is, well, actually, I dose at the moment. On my Fluval Evo, I don't dose any trace elements because I just don't think it's necessary, and it's too small. But on my other two tanks, I dose calcwaster, of course, but the trace elements I dose are manganese and iodine. That's it.
Yeah.
And because they're always low, and there are some other things that are regularly low on some tanks, like potassium, strontium, maybe they don't come back low on my tanks for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because of the salt I'm using or whatever, or it's in the food or something. I don't know, but they don't come back low. But I try to dose, I just as little as possible. I don't want to overcomplicate it and have 10 dosing pumps, dosing 10 different things and updating it all the time and having to send off an ICP every month. Ugh.
Yeah, no, I'm the same as you. I wondered if the reason strontium doesn't come back low is because it's in much higher quantities than the others. Strontium's in high I don't know what the percentage difference is, but I believe it's in much higher.
More parts per million.
Yeah.
But lots of people have it low, but it's not on my tanks for whatever reason. But so no, and I just think that it's overcomplicating it with trace elements. I think some are important, and I think manganese has made a big difference on my ability to keep gonnies. Because my gonnies, I've got a load now. They just look absolutely stunning. And I think that's down to manganese, but it might be something else, I don't know. But there you go. I think that answers the question. And then finally, Anthony Holland 1842 says, I have a 120 litre marine aquarium, which I've had a little over a year. Now, I don't use a protein skimmer or a refugium, just a fluval canister. So my question is, am I doing this all wrong? And I love this question. Because it's the exact sort of thing that you get paranoia about.
Yeah.
When, especially if you're, only a year or two into the hobby, and Anthony Holland may or may not be, I don't know, but you look at everyone else's tanks, and you're like, oh shit, he's got a skimmer. Look, he's got a refugium. And then someone will say, someone will make a video or something. It'll be someone really respectable, like Sanjay Joshi or Reef Dork or whatever, not us, or Coral Euphoria, and they'll say, oh, I run a refugium, I really like it. This is why, and they'll say something that's really good about it, or someone will say something great about skimmers, and you'll be like, oh, I don't have that, I need it. And the answer to this question, as far as I'm concerned, is, does your tank look good? If so, it's fine.
Yeah, if nothing's dying, the problem is sometimes with tanks like that, you might lose a coral, and then you just go, and you get rid of it, and then you replace it, and you might lose another coral. So the tank constantly appears to be full. But if you took pictures of it, and look back at those pictures, you see all different places where corals have been replaced, and that sometimes gives people a false sense of security that things are going well because the tank's full, not because it's healthy, if you see what I mean.
Yeah. So I have a fluval. It's a third the size of that, or at least half the size. And the only filtration I have, I do put in some filter media, some phosphate media, because my phosphate is quite high. Otherwise, it's a little filter sponge, and I just cut these down. I swap them out. This costs like £1 for like 10 meters of the stuff. I just swap it out a couple of times a week, or whenever I can be bothered. It takes the edge off the nitrates. But no, you don't need a skimmer. You don't need a refugium. You don't need a filter roller. You only need them if you're trying to achieve the purpose that they're there for. So you only need to add a skimmer if you need if your nitrates on. Well, actually, skimmers are generally very good, but on a tank that size, that's borderline. I've got a 150 litre tank that I have a skimmer in, and I think I could do without it. It's not the end of the world, but you don't need a refugium. Like, what's it? It's not something. It's not necessary. No, exactly. There you go. So all these things, some of these things are good if you've got a problem. Like if you've got high nitrates, refugiums are wicked. They'll pull that out, no problem.
Yeah.
But if you haven't, you don't need a refugium. So, but that's why I like that question. And then the final one is from Tom, who says, and this has come through on my phone because it hasn't come through because it was last minute.
Yeah.
He said anyway. And he says, have you ever been worried about your water box leaking and causing damage? Have you got any contingencies in place? I think this is me because yours is brand new. It's not even wet yet. No, and I wonder why specifically you said the water box.
I have never seen a single water box tank, as far as I know, that's leaked. You know how sometimes you see, look, I hate this conversation. And the reason I hate this conversation is because you'll see one, I'm not going to mention any brands, but you'll see one tank or 10 tanks and they've got a leak for a specific brand. But there might be a million. There's no context of how many tanks are sold. Exactly. So there might be 10 out of a million. And then that's a really tiny percentage. And was that tank level? Was it secondhand? Was there a big rock under it when they put it down? There's no context when you see these dramatic pictures. Yeah, so exactly. I'm always skeptical look, don't get me wrong, tanks do leak. But generally speaking, they don't, as far as I'm concerned.
No. But so he says, he's commented to say it is mine. It's because it's upstairs. And I think that's the issue, is because it's upstairs. Because he was talking about a tank upstairs before. Yeah. So I think he's paranoid that it'll drip water through the floor and all that. My general attitude to life is I don't tend to worry about stuff too much. So might it leak and spill through my ceiling? Yeah, I suppose so. I'll worry about it when it happens. It's pretty unlikely. It's a brand new tank. I've only had it. It's a year and a half old. I got it brand new. It's a nice tank. It's only got 150 litres. If it did leak, I don't know, maybe 100 of that would spill out. I mean, my missus wouldn't be very happy. The cat would be a bit freaked out, but it's such a low risk. So I do worry about some things, but things that are just minuscule risk that I'm not interested in at all. I just don't care. Doesn't even register on my things to worry about. So no, I don't worry about the tank at all. I don't worry about my main tank either. Like if I don't have any contingencies, I've thought before, because my main tank is 5 years old now, and it holds like half a ton of water basically. I've thought about having ratchet straps available in case there was some kind of leak.
Yeah.
But really, what that buys you, hours. If you're lucky. Yeah. Basically, if my main tank sprung a leak, I'm fucked. Pardon my French.
Well,
bet you didn't know I spoke French.
That's the first I've ever heard. See, I swear pretty frequently, but that's the first time I've heard you swear on a live stream. There's children watching.
You've not been listening very closely there. But yeah, so if my tank sprung a leak, I'm knackered. But I'll worry about it when it happens. I'm not much of a planner for that sort of thing, and that contingencies for stuff that, like, I've got spare heaters and spare return pumps, and all that sort of thing. But something that is, in my opinion, is extremely unlikely to happen. I don't even worry about it. So
15 years in, I've never had touch wood. I've never had a single tank leak. Oh god,
yeah,
coral farm's gonna explode tonight.
Yeah, just be a bang. That'd be hilarious.
I've never had a leak which was caused by the sealant going.
You had a leak about.
No,
3 months ago.
That was a seal on a joint. That's not the
still. Like, it was a leak. Don't matter what caused it.
It's different. It's barely a leak. It was like a drip. But it's
actually, I had a leak. Sorry, go on.
We're talking about. Remember, there's like probably 1,000 connections in that coral farm. So the fact that one leaked, it's just that is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like the seal around the edge of the tank.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, like a proper problem, like spraying water and that sort of stuff. And but no, I don't worry about it. I think it's pretty unlikely. And there we go. And Christina Kraut says, there are children watching. My daughter just laughed and said, don't tell him off, the hairless man's funny.
I know Christina. Christina came to the farm the other day. So
oh really? There
you
go. There we go.
And the hairless man is not funny. Christina's, it says child. Oh, daughter. Sorry. Yeah. Christina's daughter. The hairless man is not funny.
I am to small children, apparently. So
That's creepy.
Sophisticated sense of humor. Anyway, and one last thing, because this is a compliment, and I like boosting our ego. Hey, Ryan and Alex, says Deeraj YR, #1 Reef podcast. Whoop whoop. And he's asking a question. I thought he was just saying nice things. What lighting? I mean, the color is good for a bubble tip anemone. I remember a video on Ryan's anemone, which was great, but I tell Alec, like, why don't you do nems? What color light is good for anemones? I mean,
I assume it would just be similar blue light. Yeah,
I've never kept a proper anemone, a bubble tip anemone, but you don't need a specific color. Like this another thing that comes up all the time is, do corals like blue light? Should I have blue light all the time because it's better? Will they grow faster? Will they look better? Will they be more healthy? No. Maybe 5%. Just set it to what you like the look of, and then leave it
within reason. Within reason.
Yeah.
We have to be careful what we say. People all of a sudden put their ecotechs up to 100%.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah,
and all red.
my opinion is that the spectrum does matter, and spectrum is important.
Yeah.
But what I'm about to say is spectrum doesn't really matter, because the adjustments that you're likely to make, unless you do something crazy, the adjustments that you're likely to make, if you have your lights at 20% white instead of 25, you're not going to get half the coral growth or double the coral growth or whatever. So it's not that the spectrum isn't important. Of course it is, probably more important than we realize, but there's not an easy way of measuring that you're using the right spectrum for most people. So just set it the way you like it, and corals will adapt.
Great.
And finally, well, no, in fact, not finally. That's it, right? So we can get on with the show.
Yeah.
Only 32.5 minutes of waffle, and we need to know what's up for grabs. So I didn't get a chance to post this to you this week, but trophies. So these are the trophies that we have won so far, and I think you can see
one says coral, best tasting coral,
and then this one says best tasting fish. So this is mine, and this is yours. So
barely,
there you go, Ryan. Take that.
It was like a landslide, wasn't it?
Well, a win. It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
And for tonight, we have.
I like how you've got two different coloured cups for me, because you knew I wouldn't want two gold ones, so you've got me one gold and one silver.
Well, I like the gold one. That was the first one, and then I was like, do you know what? It would look better if there was a mix. So for tonight, Inverts.
Yeah.
Where is it? There we go.
I know why you didn't send it. You didn't want to have to send out two parcels, did you?
No, genuinely, I ran out of time this week. I had a busy week, but otherwise I would. I've sent loads of parcels. I should have done it when I sent you the Hanorak, but I hadn't had time to.
I haven't got it to show people, but Alex very kindly sent me the Hanorak that he showed in the previous
3D printed thing.
Yeah, the reason I haven't got it to show people because it's straight in the bin. But actually, to be fair, I was actually I liked the little you got a syringe in there and some scissors. And a little cleaning cloth. I used it. And I was impressed, and I basically threw away all my boxes.
Yeah. I hate those boxes, the Hannah boxes. They're just cheap and awful. But there we go. So that is what is at stake today. Is the best tasted Inverts trophy.
Yeah.
To go with the other trophies that we have, one of each. And in fact, I'm going to put these on my shelf so it looks like I'm better than I actually am. And I'm going to put the one that's up for grabs tonight up there.
You're visualizing, are you? You're visualizing that it's going to stay there.
Exactly, yeah. Eileen Drury. Do you remember who Eileen? You probably don't. You don't watch football, do you?
No.
It was anyway. No matter. Right. So the idea tonight then is who has the best taste in Inverts. And what I've done is I've come up with a load of categories, which I'm going to have to refer to my mobile telephone for. And the categories are, and there are 10, 11, something like that. The categories are shrimp, decorative and functional; crab, decorative and functional; hermit crab, just hermit crab; one; snail, decorative and functional; miscellaneous algae eater; favorite sessile invertebrate; starfish; and wildcard category. And we're going to be voting as always, or getting the audience to vote and say who has the best taste. So you guys are the judges.
What are the rules? Are there any rules? Sometimes there's rules. We seem to like make them up as we go along.
The first rule of Invert Club is you do not talk about Invert Club.
Okay.
The second rule of Invert Club, you do not talk about Invert Club.
Okay. I haven't seen that movie.
Third rule, no eye gouging. You've not seen Fight Club? Oh,
no, we played this game the other day when I was in America. There's loads of movies I've not seen.
Oh, yeah, we had this. We did. Fight Club's an amazing film, but yeah, you don't. There are no rules basically. You just don't cheat.
No cheat.
I'm watching you. Yeah.
How can you cheat?
All right. You'll
it's
find.
It's not like if I'm losing, I'm going to offer people a discount code if I win. So let's just put that one out there.
Oh, right. Okay. It's like. There are no incentives allowed. Anyway.
No incentives. Right. I mentioned that before you said that, so technically no rules have been broken. And then the people can decide if I win, if I will follow through with that.
Right. Well, I'm already angry, Ryan. So. Okay. Oh, actually, there was one last question I wanted to ask you. You know, when you get loads of corals in, like wild corals, and you bandsaw them up to frag them, do you ever see like freaky stuff coming out of the rock when you bandsaw them, like worms and mussels and all these sorts?
Yeah, you do get. So you get some stuff that's inside the rock, and it's like a sealed rock, and you're like, it could be like a thick worm, and you're like, how has that got in there? There's no holes. There's no holes in this rock.
It's so like the coral's grown around it.
Yeah, how is there something living inside of it? But you do occasionally. To be fair, I've done so many now that I've seen plenty of the common stuff, like crabs and shrimp and squat lobsters and things like that. But very occasionally I do, and it's usually some sort of weird algae or sponge. And you're like, that's pretty cool. But I'm cutting you off anyway because I don't know what you are. So I do see things, but not that often.
Yeah. Okay. And James says, not seen Fight Club. Go and watch it now. We can wait. So yeah, we're just going to sit here in silence for 2 hours whilst you go.
Okay. See you later.
All right. So we're going to kick off then with decorative shrimp. Would you like to go first, Ryan? I can guarantee we will not have the same one.
I don't know if you can guarantee we won't have the same one.
I bloody well can, and I'm going to guarantee it.
Okay.
I will be staggered if you've got the same one as me.
Do I want to go first or do I want you to go first?
I want you to go first.
I'm going to go. No, I want you to go first.
No, too late. You go first. That's it.
I went first last time.
It doesn't matter.
I'm going for a peacock mantis shrimp is what I'm going for.
Well, they're horrible. They are. They
no. Peacock mantis shrimp are like the legends of. I'm not even sure they're shrimp, but it says they're shrimp, so I'm going with it.
Let me find a brown one. 1 second.
No. Peacock mantis shrimp can hit the same. They're as hard to hit as a 12 caliber bullet. That's how powerful they are. So they have 3 pupils and they can see more. Yeah, that's the picture we're looking for. They can see more than we can see because they've got 3 pupils. They can see more colors than we can see. And basically, if you put like a pufferfish in them with them that would eat most fish, it would eat the pufferfish. Yeah,
they've got they box, don't they? They're like a pistol shrimp, and they're powerful things.
You get 2 types. You get ones that have like a hammer, and ones which have like a spear. But they're like the lions of the shrimp world. They are the tigers of the shrimp world. They're like the sharks of the fish world. They're like the ultimate predator when it comes to inverts. So let's just move on to the next category because I think we all know what everyone's going to say.
Okay, so you've gone for an invert that nobody ever has, that you can't keep in.
This is decorative. This is decorative, firstly, and this isn't what you want to keep yourself. This is about whether this is a cool invert.
But you can't keep with fish. You can't keep with other inverts. You can't keep with corals.
But look at it. It's fantastic.
And it hides all day. Cool. Right. Well, that's great. I've gone for something that no one will have ever seen before, and that is the clapping shrimp. This is a Venus clapping shrimp. Okay, it lives in Fungia, and it does this thing when it gets threatened. Look at it. It bashes its fins. It's like.
Oh yes, a nice see-through. You basically just got a river shrimp and put it on a Fungia and went, yeah, that'll do. No.
This is someone from Ultimate Reef who posted this video, and she said that when she gets close to the tank, he comes over And he's like, no, go away. He starts bashing his hands together.
Have you seen what Whale Shark Man has just said? A mantis shrimp punches so hard that for a fraction of a second, it generates a captivation bubble that is as hot as the surface of the sun. And you're going, look at me, I've got a shrimp that claps.
A shrimp that claps. This guy, look, he tries to scare you off. He's like, "Argh."
No, I'm sorry, but that looks like a white shrimp. It was not particularly exciting to look at. It literally looks like a river shrimp, which you would feed to a pufferfish.
Right. Well, let's go. Let's see what the people say.
I thought that you could go for a what's the ones that click?
Pistol shrimp.
That's what I thought you might go for. So, but I thought mantis shrimp they're pretty cool. I know they're not easy. They have to be kept in their own tank, but they are a pretty cool creature.
You would have to keep it with no other animals whatsoever. No cleanup crew, no fish, and probably mostly no corals.
If you can remind everyone what the category is, it's just a decorative shrimp.
This is reef safe. It has a relationship. What's it called? What's the word? Relationship with a fungi.
Inappropriate. I think the word you're looking for. Inappropriate relationship.
The word I'm looking for is oh god, what's it called? When
can we stop showing that shit shrimp and go back to the cool one?
No, I'll tell you what. I'm going to put us up on them. And it's they're so cool. I've been trying to get hold of one for ages, but they don't come up very often at all. So there we go.
Anyway, yes. So have we put a poll up? Or have you done it already?
I have put a poll up. Yeah.
Oh, have you? I didn't even know.
Don't you go voting.
Otherwise, I'd be voting.
I know you would. You cheat. So, outrageous.
Is it even close, or am I losing?
Yeah. It's pretty much 50-50 at the moment. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until I creep in front, and then I'll end the poll. you are ahead.
We almost need a time limit because where it's like we have 2 minutes or something. But you're right. There's a reason that no one's heard of a clapping shrimp. It's because no one wants a clapping shrimp.
Symbiotic relationship. Thank you, TJ.
There are entire channels on YouTube, I believe, which are dedicated to feeding mantis shrimp other things.
The one thing I don't like about the videos I've seen on YouTube of mantis shrimp, someone will put a crab in just for it to kill it and eat it. And I know that I just don't like putting in a live animal to feed to another live animal. That I don't like that. I know it's natural and it's hypocritical because I freeze live shrimp and then feed them, but there's just something about it I just find a bit tasteless.
All I know is that clapping shrimp knows it's happy, but is it happy?
If you're happy and you know it,
would you be happy if you look like that? Not colourful.
All right. Well, I'm going to end the poll. Guess who's won?
I assume it's you if you're ending it this early.
No, it is you. 55% prefer the mantis shrimp.
I think this is unfair, just so you know, that you made me go first. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why in a minute.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyway.
All right, well, I'm going first now. So first now, I'm going second.
Yeah, you can go. No, you can go first. You can go first now.
Okay. Oh, yeah, this is the point. So the next one is shrimp functional. Shrimp with a function.
Yeah.
And I have two. Which one should I go for? I'm going to go for the first one. Pistol shrimp.
Interesting. What was your second one?
Harlequin shrimp.
That's my one.
Is it?
That's the one I was going for. And the reason I wanted you to go first at the beginning was because if you went first that round, I got to go first this round, and I knew we would both have Harlequin shrimps.
Yeah, okay. So can I tell you why I didn't go for the Harlequin shrimp?
You can tell me why you did go for a pistol shrimp, and then we can, discuss why Harlequin shrimps are called them pistol shrimps.
Because it's basically cruelty to animals.
Only if you're lazy like you and you don't feed it.
Yeah, okay. So it's not about being laziness, is it? All they can eat is starfish, literally nothing else.
I agree. Yeah.
So we take them out of the reefs where they eat crown of thorn starfish, the biggest threat to coral reefs apart from global warming. So they can't eat those.
I like how you're giving my argument, what I would have said to you back to me.
Yeah, exactly. You're killing the reefs.
Having said that,
and then they die in our tanks because they can't.
No. Look,
starve to death.
Okay, Harlequin shrimps are firstly, they are awesome to look at. If you compare a Harlequin shrimp to a pistol shrimp, Yeah, it's like there's no comparison. That is one of the coolest things. It's got a heart on its back. That's essentially like the like button, like on Instagram, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit.
So they do only eat starfish, and that is very good sometimes, not always. The problem is the reefer. So one of the biggest pests that we get in our tank are Astorina starfish. They get out of control and they're a pain in the ass. You put one of those in, it will destroy most of them. The problem comes next is you need to find a person to move it onto before it starves. Now, if you're lazy, like you, Alex, and just can't be bothered to move it on, then that's up to you. But again, what is the function of a pistol shrimp other than covering your corals like fungias and scholemias on the sand? If you have a pistol shrimp, you literally cannot keep
Look at that
corals on the sand.
Yeah, of course you can. I've got corals on the sandbed there. I've got corals on the sandbed in my tank downstairs.
How many of them are covered with
none.
sand?
Absolutely none.
Okay.
Pistol shrimp.
People in the chat.
No.
How many people have a pistol shrimp and you're pissed off with it because it covers stuff?
How many people have a mantis shrimp and they're pissed off because they can't keep anything else? How many people have a harlequin shrimp and they're pissed off because they can't feed them and they starve?
This isn't about mantis shrimp. We already won that round.
There's pistol shrimp are and the reason they're functional is because I've got one in my Fujifilm Evo and he keeps the sandbed clean because he all day long. This is all he does all day long. Is so cool with his little tentacle. With his little tentacle, now he goes all over it. His little tentacle on the goby. He's like, "Oh, please look out for me. I can't see very well. I need you to guard me."
The only cool thing about a pistol shrimp is the I'll give you this, is the symbiotic relationship with the goby. They often find a little cave at the back of the tank, so you can't see them, and then you never see either of them. And they cover.
I can see my shrimp goby right now.
No, I'm telling you this. Yeah, if you've got an Astorina starfish problem, which you definitely do. True or false? Are they the most effective solution for Astorina starfish?
False.
No.
Do you know what the most effective solution is?
Low maintenance and effective solution. That's not that effective.
Pull them out.
Not that effective. Start the poll.
Start the poll.
Right. People are asking to start the poll, is what they're saying.
Pistol shrimp have a symbiotic relation. Pistol shrimp are genuinely, not just saying this to pitch my answer. Pistol shrimp are for me. That is the coolest symbiotic relationship in the hobby.
Well, what about
apart from clownfish and anemones?
So it's the coolest, but this. I think we're taking this way too seriously all of a sudden.
I know, yeah. What was your? Harlequin shrimp.
Harlequin, So
I'm going to die. I genuinely don't think we should import Harlequin shrimp either. It's not a matter of being lazy. It's because if catching them isn't always easy. And lots of them will starve to death. So it makes me sad. And if you've ever seen them, so I bought two because I had millions of Astorinas. And when they ran out of starfish, so literally there was none in there, they sit still in the corner of the tank, not moving. And it's so sad to watch because it's like they're trying to conserve energy.
They're easy to catch. Look, don't get me wrong. I understand that they're a pain in the ass to feed to some extent, but look how pretty they are. They're one of the coolest looking shrimp, or one of the coolest looking creatures that there is, basically. You're smiling, I'm losing, I reckon.
I'm going to end the poll quickly. I'm not. I'm going to let it run, but it's close. But both of those, to be fair, both of those are cool. I would never have a Harlequin shrimp again, and I would rather just manually remove Astorinas. It's not that much of an issue.
I'm actually going to. I'm going to do a video, and I will get one that says, "I can have this and you can't." And these are the reasons why. In my farm, obviously, I can move it from one tank to the next tank to the next tank.
Yeah.
Whereas, so it's not the same. But I just think that they were really cool looking. There's nothing that quite looks like them. It wasn't a great. The picture I thought the video wasn't great.
I thought it was really good actually. But
did you end the poll?
I did, but it got as many votes as the last one, and I've won. So
that's the main thing.
56%.
So when it's a poll that I'm winning, it goes on for about 10 minutes, and when it's a poll that you're winning, it goes on for about 2.
No, hang on, that was 107 votes. The last one was 112, so that was fair.
I'm surprised.
I did. I looked at a Harlequin shrimp today, and I thought about putting one in my my Fujifilm Evo because I've got
people this now.
Yeah. Now it's over because I decided against it because I still think it's a bad idea. But I've got plenty of Asterinas in my main tank, and I just thought I could just feed them. But really, I think it's the same issue I'd have. It doesn't matter if I'm adding them or if they're in there already. I just don't think it's a good idea. And I don't. The other thing is that people would see them in the video and they'd be like, "Oh, that's cool. I'll get one." And I don't like the idea of encouraging that.
That is something that I am considerate of as well. I don't like putting things in that shouldn't be there because then people go, "Do you know how many people told me they bought a boxfish because they saw I had a boxfish, even though I tell people don't have a boxfish."
I don't like that forms part of my rationale. I don't like that I'm restricted by that, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But
anyway, all right. Crabs decorative is the next one.
I'm going to go for the anemone crab, the one that walks around with little pom-poms.
Yes, I thought you'd go for that. Pom.
And I wondered if you could go for a porcelain crab, is what I thought you might go for.
That was up there actually, and they are cool as hell. I've got one in my water box. My water box, by the way, it is suddenly like I've updated it. I'll do a video on it at some point. It is looking spectacular at the moment. It genuinely, I've got gunnies all over the place, bright colors, varieties of colors. That is my favorite tank at the moment.
Yeah,
I love it. It looks so good. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so let's find a bad photo of one of these. No, pom-pom crabs are cool. I would give you that. And
yeah, they get like a little anemone, and they walk around, and then they like swing it at food, and then they literally eat off the anemone. So it's I mean, it's if you think about lots of these seem to be symbiotic relationships. If you think about it,
yeah, it's true.
Like, and I suppose that's what makes them cool.
Yeah. And actually, so one of the really cool things about these guys is if they lose one of their anemones, they get the other one and split it.
Yeah.
Which is cool, so they can regenerate it.
They can also pick up new ones, obviously. Otherwise, what would they do in the wild?
Or whatever,
yeah. Like, I don't know if it's Aptasia, but they can pick up new ones. I know that.
I think I've heard that. Maybe I'm not. The trouble with they're tiny and they disappear. And I had one in my water box and I rarely saw it. And it's dead now. It died. I don't know when it died, but you don't see them very often. I kind of like that because it's a bit of a treat, but they are cool. I would give you that. They are cool. And I would actually, do you know what? Maybe I should get one for my Fujifilm.
Oh, so what you're saying is we're about to do a poll and you're telling me that you want what I've just mentioned. Just for clarification. Correct. Okay, good. Yeah.
I want that. Do you know what I want more? I pause for dramatic effect.
This is a very long pause.
You won't even know what this is. It's a pagarita crab. Alex, what's a pagarita crab?
I don't know what a pagarita
Look
crab
at that. It's these are found in Christmas tree worm rocks.
I've got them.
You've got them. They are so amazing.
Worm rock with those in.
I want it. They're these tiny
you actually
little
genuinely seriously, do you want that Christmas tree worm rock?
Maybe. Can I see it?
Because if you want it, you can have it.
Send me a photo of it. They're just the coolest things in the world. And look at them. They burrow into Chris Pariti's rocks, and then they've got their little filter feeders. So they put these little fans out. Woo! And look at, they're just so cool. They are the most magical animal in this hobby. Look at, there's millions of them.
Has anyone noticed what Alex is doing? He shows a video of his ones moving and he didn't even zoom in on a picture of mine. He basically just went, here's 100 pictures on Google, not even close up of what Ryan's picked.
How did that happen?
I'm not even sure look, I'll be honest with you, that I've got them. They're the most forgettable creatures. I didn't even know that was what I had until you showed me a picture. I'm surprised that's what you went for.
There's someone on Ultimate Reef who's got one of these rocks, and it's Parites, but it's really cool, really nice colors.
Yeah.
And they've got loads of the little colorful Christmas tree worms and loads of these little hermit crabs. And the crabs I just love them. They're just so cool.
Someone's just said, are they true crabs? I actually don't know if they're true crabs.
I think they're hermit crabs of some kind.
Oh, it sounds like you're going to be disqualified then.
Christmas tree worms. Christmas tree crabs. Or what was your one? Oh, pom-pom. Pom-pom.
Yeah.
There we go. I just love them. They're just so awesome. The reason I've got videos for mine is because these are quite, the first two were quite unusual. The clapping shrimp, I wouldn't be able to find it, and you've got to see it. Yeah. And the pagarita crabs, I needed to look that up in advance. So
I could have shown you.
And I did do a video of the Harlequin shrimp.
Yeah, no, to be fair, that's true. That's true. So,
but I think I might be. I might lose this.
Right, should we end the poll now?
No, we won't. We're going to wait until I win. But then just so I'm going to lose. That's a shame. Hang on. Jay's Real Reef says, would hermit crabs kill a pom-pom crab? Wouldn't have thought so.
I actually don't. I don't. You never really know with these sorts of little creatures where they like. But I don't see anything they would. But some of them are just bastards.
Yeah. I'm just going to save that Pagarita crab video to watch later because they are cool.
I'm going to
I
go
wouldn't
have
have
a look
thought
at those crabs now. Like,
yeah, no. Pom-pom crabs can run away, so I would think they'd probably be okay. But
yeah, true.
But yeah,
It'd be like fighting like this. Get back, get back.
Exactly. But I find pom-pom crabs. They're just. I've only had 2 of them, and they died. They didn't last very long, which is a shame because they are very cool. And that is a view that other people. So we've passed the 100 vote mark.
Okay.
72% prefer your stupid crab. God's sake.
It's not a stupid crab. It's not. It's an awesome crab. Should have gone for porcelain.
Yeah, that was my second option actually. And
do you want to tell everyone how long it took me to write this list?
About 5 seconds longer than me, and I took all of 10 seconds.
Oh,
so
no,
5 seconds less than me. Sorry,
no,
you were 5
true.
seconds. I was.
If you're throwing out things like clapping shrimp and Pagarita crabs, you were in this to win this.
Oh, I planned on spending ages on this, but then I ran out of time. I had a busy week and a busy weekend. But there we go. So that's okay. So you won that one. So you're 2-1 up. And the porcelain crabs are really cool. Actually, I've got one in my tank, and it sits in my rock flower anemone, which is cool. And it does this little fan thing. Trouble is, I put 2 in my main tank, and they just got eaten by wrasse immediately.
What got eaten by the wrasse?
Porcelain crabs.
Oh no! See, I put the reason I don't want the Christmas tree fanworm rock is because the only tank I can't have a copper band in, because if I put a copper band in there, it immediately goes for the Christmas tree worms. Immediately.
Yeah.
Oh damn it! I'm trying to give it to you, aren't I? And you've got a copper band.
It could go in my water box percentage. I'll look into its feeding requirements. The person on Ultimate Reef posted about it and how she looks after it. So I'll go back and look at that. And if it's not that hard,
I've literally had it for a year. I don't do anything with it.
Oh really?
No.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, we are moving on now then to crabs functional. Okay.
That means I get to go first, isn't it? Yeah. I'm good. Look.
Okay.
I'm going to go for a Mithrax crab. That's what I'm going for.
Oh, those boring green things that eat your SPS.
No. Well. Look, if you have bubble algae and you've got a nano tank or even a large tank, what's the first thing that every fish shop recommends? What's the first thing? No. So Mithrax crabs are proven. They do actually eat bubble algae. They eat other algae as well. And yes, they can sometimes go for certain corals. It's a rarity. There's loads of people that have these in their reef tanks. You're about to show a video of a Mithrax crab eating a coral.
So mine did eat my SPS.
I've had loads of these without any problem at all. Maybe you had some weak ass SPS.
From you, so you know.
So from me, yeah. No, maybe, but they are very useful in terms of bubble algae is one of the things that they do eat. And apparently, I think you told me this is just one, isn't it? This is how rumors get spread.
Yeah,
isn't it like one gender? You told me this, and I'm now telling you.
Well, I told you that, but I don't know if it's true. There's someone at Reefkeeper Moss End, Ellie, who is like secretly, she's quite quiet. Most of the people there are confident and they'll talk to you about everything. She's a bit more quiet, but if you talk to her, she really knows her stuff.
Yeah.
And she was the one who told me, and I can't remember which way around it was, but you can sex them. So there's something underneath them. And she told me that the female is more likely to than the male. I can't vouch for it. It might just be something that someone's heard and they passed on.
Is it the female that eats coral or the males?
I think I can't remember.
Okay, well, if it's the male that eats corals, I'm only talking about females.
Yeah, exactly. But that it could be true. But and I can believe it. But I bought one for bubble algae and it just ate my SPS, which pissed me off. And the other thing is that they're just a bit boring, aren't they?
They're not the most colourful crab, but if you're looking for a utilitarian crab. I mean, look, they are quite. If you see one walking across the rocks, they're pretty cool, and they're cool to watch eating as well, especially when they're eating your bubble algae.
Let me just get some a video of the one I want.
I was going to say, what have you come up with? Because I was thinking, what is a utilitarian crab, which is not a hermit crab?
Well, I was going to cheat and do porcelain crab and be like, yeah, filter feeds. It filters out.
I was going to do exactly the same thing, and I went, no, I can't do that.
Filters out excess food, but not instead. I'm going to do this.
I literally have. I can't show it, but I literally have porcelain crab written down for this section.
It's funny. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring up an arrow crab. Look at that.
They literally eat fish. So if you're worried about a crab which eats coral, that will literally eat your clownfish.
No, wait, don't be silly.
Yes, it will.
And the reason these are functional is because they eat bristleworms
and fish.
They don't eat fish. Look at the size. Look at the size of his mouth.
They are well known for eating fish.
No, you're talking rubbish, Ryan. Look at that.
They're known as reef safe with caution because they.
How are you going to fit a fish in that stomach?
Also, okay, look. Do you think it's a good idea to get rid of bristleworms?
Yes.
No. Not in this context. Are bristleworms good or bad for your tank?
They're bad. You need to get them out straight away.
No, literally, I think last week or the week before, you told me they were good for your tank, and you don't understand why people would want to get rid of them. And I definitely don't understand why people would want them to be eaten.
Don't remember that at all.
No.
But no, you are right. They bristleworms are good. I would never have an arrow crab, but I just think they're one of the animals that when I first started in the hobby, I don't know about you, I drew up this list of stuff I wanted, and this was right up there because they're just so cool.
No, even look, Colette works for TMC, the biggest wholesaler of livestock in the UK, and even Colette's saying they eat coral as well as
fish. Crabs eat emerald crabs eat corals.
No. There's no that's one gender, but that's just obviously a troublesome gender. I don't know if it's the males or the females, but whichever one it is, they're troublesome.
He's being misogynistic, people.
Well, I said male or female.
Yeah, both. You're being sexist against men and women. Outrageous. Anyone else you want to offend whilst you're here? God.
No. So I think I've got most. I've got it covered with both those. So
I think. Do you know what I thought?
Did you put Mithrak crab question mark and then just arrow crab as if to go? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean to, but you are winning. You're gonna win. So. I'm going to leave that to run for a little bit, but it's.
I bet you are.
No. I'm going to end it because it's a landslide. I'm slightly surprised. I thought, and by the way, they do not eat fish. Ryan is cheating. Thank you, Sonny.
That's one person.
No, well, it's on the internet, so it's in writing. It's a fact. But I thought I might be in with a chance for that because I thought that arrow crabs were. It genuinely is one of the coolest creatures that I would never have.
A lot of people don't like them because they're like spiders, and people that don't like spiders, like I've been in a fish shop with people who are arachnophobic. They do not like arrow crabs. It's like a weird thing.
Yeah. Okay. They are a bit freaky looking, but I just think they're cool. But anyway, I was wrong. 77% think that Mithrax crabs are better than arrow crabs. I mean, 77 people are wrong.
I think Andy Parsons is making fun of you as well. He's like
Andy Parsons, Andy Crab, lol, arrow crab, lol. I think Alex is purposely trying to rip this week, lol.
No, I don't.
He's got a bloody spider as his avatar. Don't listen to him.
That's true.
Andy Parsons, sorry.
So, people say I hate arrow crabs. Someone said they hate spiders, but they don't mind arrow crabs. So.
Cantosaurus, that was. That Andy Parsons is a comedian, right? Do you know Andy Parsons? Looks like me, bald. Very handsome. So I'm
nothing like you then.
I'm going to assume that he is the same person and that we have a genuine celebrity watching. Don't tell me you're not. I don't want to hear about it.
We can now tell people that actual celebrities watch us.
Yeah, wake up one day and find one in your bed. I imagine that.
Yeah.
Just sat by your pillow staring at you. All right. Okay. So you are winning so far. So wouldn't it be more fun, by the way? You're 3-1 up. Wouldn't it be more fun if this was close? So, if you're voting for the next
one. You're bringing the tactics out, are you?
I mean, you've already started cheating. No. So, next, go on.
It's your turn, this one.
It is, yeah. And the next category is hermit crab.
Oh yes.
Okay, and this was a late addition, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was like literally a last minute thing.
But I had one lined up because I really like this, and I'm just going to get a video of it because I know you like that.
Oh, nice, a video, good.
Hawaiian.
Oh, we're going for the same one.
Tough luck, I've chosen it.
Hawaiian hermit. I'll cross mine out now.
There we go. Well, and you've basically conceded that I'm right. How cool is that? Look, his little.
They are cool.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the end of conversation.
You haven't even got anything bad to say about it.
So I'm trying to think of what I can go up against this because, like,
stripy legs. They've got another name, haven't they? I can't remember what they're called.
Halloween.
No, but there's another name, I'm sure. But anyway, but they are very, very cool. Oh, that's funny.
They are very cool. I'm like, this is me panicking. I'm like, stall. Okay. But there is something bad about those. There is definitely something bad about them, but I can't remember what it is. And it's really bothering me because I'm sure there's something bad about them.
We'll come back to that. What's your...
I am going... So Tom's just mentioned what I say. they can be destructive, apparently. There you go. I'm going to go for the electric blue hermit crabs because they're cool. They're like bright blue colored and they're really small as well. It was a toss up between the blue ones or the red ones, but
red legs.
I'll go the blue ones. Yeah, they're pretty cool. They were one of the first like sort of cool inverts that got me hooked in the hobby as well. That was the first invert I ever bought.
Okay. Cool. Blue legs are one of the more aggressive. I would have had my second choice was red leg hermits because they're less aggressive. But the thing you were looking for about Hawaiian hermits is that they'll kill snails. They will kill conches.
Oh yes,
in a heartbeat.
Yes,
but so will electric blue hermit crabs.
No. So and plus, like, I'm not worried about going for aggressive things. I started with a mantis shrimp.
Yeah.
So
that's a cool photo actually. That's a hermit out of its shell.
It's probably
dead. Have you ever seen a hermit out of its shell?
Yes, yeah, I have. Yeah, they're like these weird wriggly things. They pull themselves
like
along.
That. Yeah. Mm.
But
very cool. I'm surprised I'm losing, Ryan.
I'm surprised you're losing because I was gonna go for that. But they do have a reputation for being not that friendly with snails, so I'm not surprised.
I wouldn't have one because that video was mine, and I put a conch in, and it went for the conch straight away.
Yeah,
like instantly. I wouldn't have one, but I wouldn't have a blue leg either. The little red legs. I have hermits in all my tanks, and they're red legs.
I like it says, "How is blue leg winning?" Ryan was going to choose the other one as well.
I know exactly. Outrageous.
So. No, as I said, I think the blue is real vibrant blue. So,
well, Steve Webb is abstaining because he doesn't like any hermits.
To be fair, me either.
No, so I do actually. Funnily enough, I have hermits in all my tanks, but not many, and they're only little. No. I don't really like them. I prefer snails.
Well, but Mo's Reef has just said both are crap. Okay, Mo. Whoa. Okay, Mo. Come on then. Like.
All right,
within the next 15 seconds, Mo, write a cooler hermit crab than either of these, which is not a scarlet.
Exactly. Go. Right, I'm counting.
You have 15 seconds.
Lincoln Towns voted for me. Good lad.
That's because Lincoln Town does not know much about hermit crabs.
He's followed up with, even though I don't give a shit.
No, I said you're not allowed to pick red legs. I have not seen Mo's tank. Les, very quick. I keep forgetting to say, Les, I did get an email from you. I didn't reply. I get loads of emails, but I did get an email from you. And yes, it was a picture of you cleaning your skimmer with your fingers. So,
okay.
But you're not the first person for me to get that picture since we had that conversation.
Oh, that's funny. Well, there you go. So Mo's Reef would have gone red legs. Yeah, not bad. I thought you were going to go for the left-handed crab.
I did consider it, but I thought it's not actually that colourful. And if you're going up against something that's colourful, like an orange Halloween crab, then I would need to pick something that was vibrant.
Halloween is the one I was thinking. That's the other name for it. Halloween or Hawaiian. Wow. Unbelievably. I'm going to wait till it gets to 100 votes because we're at 96, but I'm going to lose. 62% so far. Blue leg hermits. In fact, I'm going to end the poll.
What's
Very
the score?
disappointing.
I actually genuinely don't know the score. What is the
You're
score?
4-1 up, I believe. I've got it written down.
Yeah, because I've written 4-1, but I wasn't sure if I preemptively wrote 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you're 4-1 up.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to pull it back. Well, I'm going to pull it back with the next category, which is this is the weirdest category ever. Decorative snail.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell can I go with for decorative snail? And because they're all utilitarian, pretty much. There's no snail which doesn't do something, really. But I'm not sure who's going first. Is it me or you? Oh, it must be me because you went first last time because we had the same thing, didn't we? I am going for bumblebee snails.
Oh, that was my second choice.
I'm going for bumblebee snails. They do have some utilitarian factor.
No, they don't.
It's very.
Have you ever seen a bumblebee snail eating? I know you haven't. Do they eat vermitids?
I have seen a video because when I said to someone they don't eat vermitid snails, someone was like, "Yes, they do. Here's a video."
If you ask 1,000 people who've used bumblebee snails to kill vermitids,
look,
two of them will say it worked.
To be fair, I have them in all the tanks at the coral farm, and I do all right. So I have them as a precaution. But as I have told you before, because I'm in being honest, I had them in the Red Sea tank. I put like 70 in and they didn't work, but they're still pretty cool. Yeah. They're like cool colors.
They do look cool, and that's why they were my second choice, because they are quite cool colors. They're not quite so. The first photo I brought up was white corals. They're not quite that bright. That's like a wasp color.
Oh, look, 10 bumblebees snails added, 0 vermitids. In the chat. As you said, if it's said on the internet, it's fact.
Okay, fair enough. But I have gone for the much better option, the one that everybody's favorite snail, the strawberry conch.
I did. That's what I was going to go for, but I thought that was too utilitarian.
But they've got the funny googly eyes and the little beaks and the cool
really
shells.
Decorative, sure. If you want something brown,
they're brown. They're like brown. Pink. Look at this. That's red.
Sorry, look, everyone in the chat, don't worry. Look, they just humor him, yes, because remember, Alex sees color differently to us, but that is not pink. That's brown.
Look at that. That is cool.
That is about as brown as you can get.
Yeah. Well, so you were going to vote for these. They're just awesome. These are my favorite. That's a cool photo. These are my favorite snail. Full stop.
I think from a visual perspective, they're not that decorative, but I do agree that they're quite interesting when you actually.
That's the trouble. With this category, decorative snail. It's like
and
they're all a bit ugly.
Are they more utilitarian than decorative though? That's my question.
You can be decorative and utilitarian, like myself. Handsome and.
I'm not sure either of those apply to you today.
Wow. So yeah.
Someone's right. I'm colorblind, but I can still tell they're brown.
Yeah, they are a bit brown, to be fair. They do have some color in them.
So if you want a beautiful snail with like the most vibrant yellow and black bands, then bumblebee snails are for you. But if you want
70%,
what?
You're losing.
What?
You can say whatever you want, mate. You're not going to win.
Fine.
And money carry, a few people have said.
I did think money carries. I also thought tiger carries, but again, they're all utilitarian.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you can't have it. Yeah, you don't. They don't have to be unuseful. If you see what I mean, because all snails
rules are changing all of a sudden.
Well, hang on a second. You were just saying bumblebees are utilitarian.
And you were telling me they're not.
Well, yeah, they're not. But that's the trouble. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I've just got one last photo of the conch. I've won already. Look at that.
Yeah, look, to be fair, if I knew that I could have cheated and picked a conch, that's what I would have gone for.
Cheated. Well, there you go. Well, I've won, thank God.
Well,
and that was 68% in favor of strawberry conch over the bumblebee snail. So pulling it back, like Southampton Football Club, bringing it back from the brink. And the next category then is snails functional. Well, I wonder if we're going to go for the same one. And this is this you or is this me? This is you first. No, me first. You just went. You're looking confused.
No, it's because okay, yeah, no, it's fine because that's what I was gonna go for that for, but you've just gone for it.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Yeah, because of it. So I like the Nasarius snails.
Bastard.
And you can't go for Cog again because you already.
I don't remember that being in the rules. So
the Nasarius snails are cool. They got these little like snorkels that are above the sand. And then when you put food in, they're like little zombie. They're called zombie snails, aren't they? Because they just come up, rise out of nowhere, and they sift your sand.
They don't really do a job of sifting your sand, do they?
Well. Anything that's in the sand, it's moving around. They do a better job than a bloody pistol shrimp.
No, what you talk about? All right. Well, that's your one, and I am instead going for the Blackfoot trochus snail, which I happen.
You just saw it, didn't you? Oh no, that's not why. That's not what I thought you saw.
Now these, I will give you these, and these don't have the quirk factor of Nasarius snails, but they are better. And I'm pretty sure you've said before they're your snail of choice for.
I don't remember saying that. No.
Bearing in mind this is functional, so you're not allowed to vote based on what you think looks better. It's got to be on what you think functions better.
I seem to remember me saying that these were shit snails, and I'd never get them.
I don't remember that at all.
If you went back and looked at our previous live streams, I'd say, yeah, rubbish.
I will go back and look at that, actually.
But,
so, yeah.
No, sorry, I'll let you talk.
These are, if I could only have one snail, it would be blackfoot. I have loads of them. They breed, they regulate their own populations. They breed like crazy, but they never get out of control because if there's not enough food, they die. They're wicked.
There's literally, didn't like Coralfish 12G do a rap about Nasarius snails? That's how cool they are. There's no rap about trochus snails, is there?
Yeah. I'm a Blackfoot trochus. I'm going to eat all your algae off your something. I couldn't think of something words.
Don't they have a habit of falling off the glass and just dying?
No, you're thinking of Nasarius snails.
No, I'm not. So you see, yeah.
Yeah, I like both of them, to be honest. But if I could only have one, the Blackfoot trochus is just they're cheap. And you should have them in every single tank. Full stop. End of conversation. Shut up. You
I don't know. I don't know. I think they've got like a quirk, like a quirk factor. This isn't what the best one at the job is. It's like quirky. So plus they have a habit of falling over and not being able to get back up. If you're a creature that falls off something and then dies,
Blackfoot trochus can self-right. They can self-right because they do that thing where they spin their foot.
Fake news. I'm just throwing it out there.
No, it's not. I've seen it with my own eyes.
No, I'm throwing it out there. So,
I see. I'm just gonna wait till we get to 100 votes, so I'm not cheating.
This is the category I'm gonna say. If I win this overall, I'll put a discount code out tonight. But we have to. You just ended it.
51% Blackfoot trochus snails.
That is so unfair.
We got to 100 votes. That's the rule.
That is like, see, all right, you're playing dirty.
Have you voted on your own answers tonight?
No.
I bet you have. Look at his face. He's lying.
This is the face of an innocent person.
That was close. And to be fair, I would have both. I like both snails. If I could only have one, I would have the Blackfoot trochus.
Yeah, if you win this after that category, that is like...
Actually, you got 47%. So
you have no shame if after that. That was so close.
It was close. That was good. I like it when they're close as well. I also, what's the other one? The little ones that breed.
Dove snails.
Dove snails, yeah, I like them. I've got loads of them at the moment.
I thought about one of those stomatellas as well. I thought they were pretty cool. But
stomatella, yeah. Someone said that in the chat. I saw it. Yeah, they're cool.
They're a bit of an acquired taste. No,
they are.
Like people. I wouldn't win with that. Let's put it that way.
No, and lots of people will say, "What is this?" That's like the most common "What is this?" question on Facebook. Michael
Baisley did not get to vote. Michael, were you going for the Nasarius snails? Because if you were, then good, and if you weren't, then good. Good that you didn't get to vote.
The trouble is, you've got to be right on it, okay? And this is the thing with this live stream. You've got to be watching. You can't just put it on in the background like you would do another live stream.
I cannot believe that you want to win that much that you ended it that close.
I got to 100 votes and I ended it. That's the rule. That's just.
Didn't the first one get like 170 votes?
No, 112, and then
Well,
107. You're so
well.
bitter. There's others that have got less than 100. 103 was the last one.
Well, anyway.
It's not. Being bitter is not an attractive quality, Ryan. It's not nice.
Well, fortunately, I'm not trying to seduce you, so I think we'll be okay.
Trying to seduce the audience, though, aren't you?
Well,
and Colette's Marine Tank loves getting stomatellas as a freebie. Yeah, I got a couple on a frag from Reef Keeper Moss End a couple of weeks ago. It was cool. Good. But yes.
There's a few people saying they didn't get to vote. I'm assuming that you basically stopped people that were voting for me from voting.
I
think you were using those fraudulent voting systems that swap votes over. Is that what you're doing?
No.
The ones they used in the election in America?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Crimea. Anyway, no. If we get to 100 votes, that's game over. Anyway, next category. Unless I'm losing. Next category, miscellaneous algae eater, and I get to go first on this one.
Oh, good.
So I'm just going to put on my best smug face because this is literally the best algae eater in the world.
Yeah.
And I'm going to type in blue tuxedo urchin.
Oh, you bastard!
And that reaction tells you everything.
Well, indeed. I am going for a Halloween urchin. We're going for, each one of us is going for basically the same creature, but a different type. Not that picture. No. I want the picture with the white background. I want the picture with the white. No, not the next one along. No, that one. That is what they look like in a reef tank. They are.
That's awesome. What they look like when they've been photoshopped.
No, they literally like glow orange in a reef tank. I actually did write down Halloween urchin. That was my first choice. The reason I said you bastards because we picked very similar ones. So it's hard to differentiate the difference. But I genuinely actually don't like the one you've picked, but I do like the one I've picked, and I'm not particularly a fan of urchins.
Have you had a Halloween urchin?
Yeah, I've got like 6 of them. In fact, Halloween urchins are the best for eating turf algae. So if you have turf algae and you can't get rid of it, put 3 of these in; it'll be gone in like a week.
Or if you put 1 blue tuxedo in, it'll be gone in 2 days. It'll be gone in half.
When you say gone, you mean the tuxedo urchin will have died in 2 days? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, it'll plow through all your algae. I love tuxedo. I've got a blue tuxedo urchin in each of my tanks. They are just the single best algae eating machine.
See, if you've got turf algae, vote for these. I'll buy you one. See,
that's how desperate you are. They get a bit bigger. The Halloween
basically,
urchins,
if you vote for a Halloween urchin, you've heard it here now. I will buy everyone who votes for one. Let's see all the polls switch.
I like that the blue tuxedo is a bit smaller. The things that puts me off about urchins is when they get big. So the black spine, long spine urchins are the coolest, but the spines get like a foot long. They're ridiculous. So you just can't have one.
Oh, Halloween urchins look better according to Josh Powell. Interesting.
Josh doesn't know squat, does he?
Look, tuxedo urchin just died in his tank. I'm voting for Ryan. There you go. See.
Well, I'm going to wait till we get to 100 votes and see what happens.
I'm surprised that people are even voting with you, because if you want a dead urchin, then go for a tuxedo. If you want a living one that eats turf algae, go for Halloween.
Both urchins are good. Moe's Reef.
Also, did you know that if you get a Halloween urchin, there's a rumor that you get rich as well? So basically, they're good luck.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. Hiccup makes a very good point. It doesn't get better than a blue tuxedo urchin. Life doesn't get better than a blue tuxedo urchin.
If your parents called you Hiccup, then that's.
I'm not sure that's.
You've got some other things to worry about. I'm
not sure he's been christened Hiccup.
So,
but there we go.
Anyway, who am I buying a Halloween urchin for? Like, if I win, I need to know.
You're not buying a Halloween urchin for anybody.
And
Josh says trying to discredit me. Well, yeah, because you voted against me. So. That's how I roll. And look at this, they're invincible. I accidentally left my blue tuxedo urchin out of the tank for an hour and it's still alive and munching. I bet it went through your garden and started to eat algae off your grass.
Well, that says more about you, Mick, than the urchin.
Am I allowed to end the poll yet, sir?
Are you winning?
Yes.
Okay. See, how have you gone from being 4-1 up to 4-all?
Is it 4-all? Oh,
it's either 4. Oh, no.
I think it might be 4-3.
Oh, is it 4-3?
That was 56% in favor of the blue tuxedo.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 4-all. 3 in a row. God, this is the underdog. Everyone likes an underdog, don't they? And that's what I am. So.
Yeah, but I'm about to become an underdog, so then.
Okay. Well, the next one, you go first.
What is the next one?
Oh, I've just realised there was one. I meant to do. Never mind. Next one is favorite sessile invertebrate.
I'm going for a pink cocoa worm. They're like bright pink. None of these shit brown ones that you're going to put a picture up to like ruin it. When I picked this, I was like, yep, pink has to be pink. They are one of the most coolest.
Cocoa worm.
Like non-invert, like you know what I mean.
Sessile, yeah.
Yes. And it's the one I want the one with the white patches on them. No, not that one.
That's a nice one.
No, I want the one with that's like a Christmas tree. No, the one with the white patch, like so it's white, pink, white, pink, white, pink.
That one. That's boring.
Yeah, like that. They are so cool.
Right, fine, you can have that photo.
Yeah, people can see what I want. It's that color.
Okay. Interesting choice. And let's go. What did I go for? Oh yeah. Do you know what? I'm not 100% sure these are sessile.
Oh, then you'll definitely be disqualified.
But I am 99% sure.
Well, if they're not, you're going to be disqualified. Let's put it that way.
No, you can still vote because it's not my fault.
It is your fault.
Well, you know.
Reef Dork definitely has an agenda. This is rigged. Yep, I agree.
It's not rigged. I was losing it until about 2 minutes ago.
I think it's rigged.
We both have an agenda. We both want to win.
I like how it's even and we're like, it's rigged.
Exactly. I'm just trying to find the best possible photo.
I reckon you and you've got all your like mates, all like
both of them,
like all voting. Plus, the other thing we need to remember, I actually googled this like earlier. I think something like 68% of the time, a football team or a basketball team, any team will win on their home turf. This is why have you gone for something that will wipe out your tank?
Sea apple.
It's
because
ugly.
They are. Have you ever seen a sea apple in the flesh?
They're ugly in the flesh.
They're not ugly. They're the coolest creature in the world.
Would you buy that?
Yes.
You would have that in your tank.
Would you buy a mantis shrimp?
Yes, I would have a tank by itself, a nano tank by itself, or a mantis shrimp. Would you buy that?
In a nano tank on its own? Yeah.
No, you wouldn't, because
Yeah, of course it would.
Boring. It would be too boring to set up a tank on its own.
What are you talking about? Look at that.
They're
all the colours.
I'm surprised you've gone for that. I'm genuinely surprised.
I'm surprised you've gone for the stupid goddamn.
Look at the latest comment.
Sea apples are ugly. Okay.
Ugly as fuck is what that says.
Okay. Well, let's see if I.
Alex, that looks shit.
I know. Yeah. YouTube blocked that. I didn't think it was going to post it. No, they are cool. They're genuinely awesome.
Everyone's saying how ugly they are in the chat.
Well, everyone's stupid then, aren't they? Go on, stop watching. Go and watch Reef Bum's live stream instead.
It's ugly.
You're not welcome here anymore. Thank you very much. God's sake. Oh my God, 100%. That's ridiculous.
100% sea apple.
No. You're 80-20. It looks like you're going to win this one. Sea apples I genuinely think sea apples are cool. I've seen a couple in the flesh and they are just the colours. They're so bright. They're amazing.
I'm genuinely shocked.
You're shocked.
I'm shocked. I thought you'd go for Christmas tree worms. That's what I thought you'd go for. But no, sea apples are like rubbish.
Yeah, okay. Well, you looks like you're going to creep ahead, Ryan.
Back to where I belong when you're not cheating, basically.
Okay. All right. Well, we've got 2 more categories in that case. I'm going to end the poll because it's not even close. 77% said the stupid cocoa worm. Are sea apples reef safe? I think I've no real idea, but I think they are. It's just that if they die, you're in trouble.
So they're reef safe, as long as they're not annoyed and then they kill everything. So are they reef safe?
Well, yeah, same way as a box fish is.
They're about as reef safe as an angelfish because that will also kill everything potentially.
Well, you've won, all right. So stop gloating. It's not a very nice. It's not a nice.
I'm not
character.
gloating. I'm not gloating.
You're gloating.
No, I'm actually feeling the pressure. I'm genuinely looking forward to seeing what your miscellaneous one is.
Well, you won't have to wait much longer. But next one is, and this is a category you chose. And by the way, I just want to say before we vote on this, it's 5-4 to Ryan at the moment.
No, whoa. Whoa.
With 2 left. So if this finished 5-all and I won this next one, not saying that's what's going to happen, it would be an exciting finish.
No. And no.
It would. So next one, and the other thing is, I'm going to do a Max Verstappen, says Ford Escort. So this is the other thing with this is you threw this category in last minute.
Oh yeah.
So this is cheating again.
How is this cheating? I also threw the hermit crab category in last minute.
And who won that? I can't remember. I think it was you. It was you. See,
it was me, but barely, and it was just luck. Basically, there was no.
I want an exciting finish, says Sonny Gould. BN3 reefing, exciting finish. Yeah, exactly.
Look, all of these people are basically going. Look, we know Alex can't win on his own, so let's help him out.
Well, I don't care how I win. So in the next category, then starfish. What have you got?
Is it my turn to go first?
Yes.
Okay. I am going for a marbled Framir starfish. There's a very specific one that I want you to look at because Framir starfish are mostly red, but there's only 2 types of starfish which do well, like the serpent type ones and the bristle ones. And for the non-starfish that are serpent or bristle, the only starfish which does well are Framir starfish. Almost all other starfish die of starvation and they disintegrate, and then you're looking at a leg walking around for 6 months as it slowly dies. That's what I'm referring to, Linkia starfish, if that's what you're going for. Not that one. No, it is.
Which one? I've Googled.
That's the one. That is it's basically that one, but the picture below is a bit better, or any that's sort of like that. That's a marbled. That's a marbled starfish.
Burst blood vessel.
No, it looks like a bloody awesome starfish. It looks like a winning starfish, is what it looks like.
Oh, God, it looks all right. Fair enough. If that's the best you can do.
Look, that's a starfish which will survive if you put it in your tank. Almost all other starfish die.
Okay, fair enough. Well, if that's the best you can do, something that looks like a burst blood vessel, like a varicose vein, looks like deep vein thrombosis.
The one you put on Facebook up.
You're
going for the starfish which almost definitely is going to die. That should not be collected and has a 99% fail rate.
Hang on a second. What did you go for earlier on?
Nothing. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Shrimp. Was it something about the one that eats starfish only and 99% of them die in the
No.
And that ruin the reefs of the wild.
We know what a harlequin shrimp eats. No one knows what this eats, and that's why we can't feed it.
You have to eat a starfish.
You can keep a harlequin shrimp indefinitely as long as you keep feeding it Linkia starfish.
Yeah. Blue Linkia starfish eat Asterina starfish.
Everyone looks like old man legs. Les, come on, you're on my side.
What this got marbled? They do eat Asterinas. I'm just going to keep saying that. It's starfish.
Look, I think to be fair, I think we do need to let people know: do not buy Linkia starfish.
We'll let them know after the vote, because
after the vote, you'll tell people don't vote for this.
So I don't know anything about most starfish. To be fair, I wouldn't keep starfish. I've come close to buying a blue Linkia on a handful of occasions, and it's one of those things where if you research enough, you'll find people who've had success and have had them for years. Yeah. But the reality is that most people don't have success with them. But I have genuinely seen a photo of them eating Asterina starfish. So if you want to get rid of your Asterinas,
you've seen a starfish Linkia eating an Asterina starfish.
Yep, from different people as well. Photos from different people. It's cool.
I'm surprised. I've never. I think you're just that's fake news. I think
it's not fake news.
That's fake news. I think it's fake news. Right. I don't think. Look, people don't want you fooling them anymore, Alex, with your just made up facts.
Eating Asterina. I will show this. In fact, there you go. The first thing that comes up is
how slow is it going to be roaming around eating Asterina starfish?
Look at that. That is a blue linker starfish.
I like how you've shown a true picture of it. How they're like that ugly brown color.
Eating.
Not brown. They're not that bright blue color. You know.
Demolishing, and this isn't even the one I've seen before. So this is yet another one. There are loads.
So, I like how you're trying to drag this out. I'm watching the. I'm watching.
60-40. Guys, what did we just say about getting a close vote to finish? Come on.
How Oh, and it's over 106 votes. Oh, what surprise! It's still going.
Oh man, this is just very disappointing. I should have gone for sand sifting starfish.
No, you definitely wouldn't have won with a sand sifter.
I'm gonna lose. I reckon. What if we get to 200 votes? If then I might win. Then Ryan, looks like the trophy's coming your way.
What can I say? I guess this was the I can relax now. I feel like I've been a bit too aggressive in this. I think I cared too much.
We've both taken this quite seriously. Well, I'm ending the poll.
Yeah.
112 votes, 61% your stupid blood vein starfish.
Yeah.
38% the better blue linkia starfish.
Well, I'm interested to see what the last one is, because even if you had won that one, the next one would have been the decider, and so it can still be pretend exciting.
Thomas the Cat says bicep challenge for the finish.
So, no, but I
Well, I think we did say at the start that if you win, you show your biceps.
I actually said I had to put a discount code out, so now I'm a bit worried.
There you go.
Like,
that's a
discount. I better set it up. What should I put it as? Should I put it as Alex has worse taste in livestock than me?
I bet you got like 5 characters, so you'll have to be like invert 50 because that's 50% off.
Oh, people are getting 50% off, are they?
Yeah, I think so.
So,
just one thing I realised was that I was going to earlier have as a crab acro crabs. I forgot.
Oh, you might. Did you win that category? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
No, because you went for that weird in the Pavites crab. Didn't you?
Yeah, no, actually they are cooler. But acro crabs are cool. I've got an acro crab. It doesn't look quite as cool as this, but they're wicked. And I've had lots of people say that there's something about an aquapora colony with an acro crab in it that just it looks better because they defend it. And
it says Alex lost.
Alex lost 50% though. That's good. That's solid.
So,
but yeah, what's it called? So acro crabs are wicked. And Will Reef Habit says 50% off. Lol.
Yeah, that really would be a lol.
What's a boxer crab? I've heard of boxer shrimp.
Oh, I don't know actually.
Is that pom pom? Is that the same thing as the pom pom? Boxer crab. Yeah, pom pom. Yeah. Same thing. That percentage off should be how much Ryan wins by overall percentage wise. That's a good shout.
I was going to write Alex lost, and I wrote Alex sucks.
Fair enough.
So if you could release everyone the discount code Alex sucks in all capitals.
Well, before we do that,
we have to find out what the last one is.
We have to find out what the last one is. So the last category, is it me to go first or you? It's me, isn't it?
It is you to go first. This one.
It is. This is the wild card category.
Yes.
So
this was the one I was confident I'd win at.
Oh, really?
I was pretty confident.
Christmas tree rock I've gone for.
Oh.
So, which I don't think you would have done.
No, I have not gone from that. I've gone for something a little bit cooler.
Cooler than a Christmas tree rock?
I've gone for a flamboyant cuttlefish.
Look at that.
Look at that, and then put out a flamboyant cuttlefish, and let's see who wins.
That's not a proper invert. You're cheating. It's like that's outrageous.
I'm sorry. You said I could go for whatever I wanted.
Yeah, but the spirit of this was proper inverts. Like a coral is an invert, isn't it? So you've cheated basically.
No. It's an invert.
Again.
So it counts. So look, at least you don't feel bad about the starfish one. You can now know that you well and truly lost.
What was what was it called?
Flamboyant cuttlefish.
Okay, right. Fair enough.
Just so you know that Thursday. See, I'll be honest with you. I've been playing mind games with you since we started. Yeah. I planned these all week.
Did you?
I every so often, as I was driving along, I'd think about it, and I wrote it down on my phone. and then I wanted to pretend that I put no effort in, so that you were, felt like at ease.
Okay, I was thinking about it earlier in the week, but I wasn't. Time got away from me, and I would have chosen. I think I would have chosen pretty similar. So this is the cuttlefish that you want, which is quite boring, to be honest.
That's not the cuttlefish I want.
Right, it's the one that's come up.
No,
don't blame me. Blame
flamboyant cuttlefish.
Which do you prefer? Cuttlefish, which is food basically, or Christmas tree.
They are incredibly intelligent. Cuttlefish. Why are you putting that as the picture? Show a proper one.
Hang on. Keep your Allens on. Flamboyant cuttlefish. These are quite cool, to be fair. I'll give you that. And they like mesmerize their prey, don't they?
Yeah, they change color. Look at that! With like the pink tips on its tentacles.
Yeah, I mean, but look at this: yellow, pink, blue, white, orange. All the colors on my Christmas tree worm.
Yeah, basically looks like a fan worm. Why would anyone ever pick a fan worm as for one of these categories?
Little hermit crabs as well, filter feeders.
Now you're like properly going for it.
These are wicked. I think I've won this. I think I'm gonna.
Have you put a poll up?
Yes, I have.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
50. I'm looking good so far.
Are you actually?
Yeah. Hang on. Let me find a video of the flamboyant cuttlefish.
Yeah, because look, even you know that's a better choice. I think people feel sorry for you.
Well, if people felt sorry for me, they'd have voted for me a minute ago.
I'm surprised you lost that one, actually. Look, how can you compare that to a Christmas tree worm?
Would you have one of these in your tank? This is your test, isn't it?
Yes.
No, you wouldn't. It would eat everything
specifically just for it.
It would creep out of the tank and eat you. Right, I'm ending the poll now because
that is an awesome. I was pretty sure I was going to win this one, but maybe not.
Yeah, but they are very cool. I've seen some of them in shops. 52% me, 46% cuttlefish. And so actually, the video I was hoping to get was they like float in thin air, don't they?
Yeah, that's cool. Where they're hunting. Look, it puts out that and then.
Actually, I don't like predator type fish, but they are cool. However,
I like how you finished it with you winning.
I know, Ryan. I present to you best tasting inverts trophy.
I shall graciously accept. I'd like to thank all the people who believed in me. I like to thank your terrible picks, not pictures, like choices.
Yeah, choices.
But no, I genuinely, I definitely got too much in this. I think it became too important to win this round. But are we still friends? Are we still friends after this?
For now.
For now, you seem like you're not sure anymore.
No, I'm not. To be honest.
I just so everyone know, I didn't put a discount code that says Alex sucks. It's actually Alex lost.
You can put that as fine.
I put it literally is Alex lost in capitals. So and it's 20% off because I am 20%? A man of 20% off.
That's all right.
I'm a man of that. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And I said if I won, I'd do it. So.
There we go. Interesting. Not even planned. Well, congratulations to Ryan, says Andy Parsons. And yeah, I echo the congratulations, although I am bitter. Well done. You had some good choices there. I'm surprised the marble starfish one. I thought that was boring, to be honest. Genuinely, but
I was surprised that, to be fair, I was surprised that the marble won over the Linkia. But I think they have it's almost like putting a Moorish idol up, going, do you want this? And people are like, hell no, that's a bad fish. Like, that's one that you wouldn't want to keep, if you see what I mean. So
you should do a coral subscription, which is a good idea until you realize the price he wants is 40 quid a month.
Well, if it's one coral, you can have a coral subscription.
Yeah. 100 quid a month.
That's kind of what the mystery boxes are, where people, but the problem with buying multiple mystery boxes, I don't keep a track of what people get. If I had 5 mystery boxes on one day, every single person in those 5 mystery boxes gets completely different corals. That's good, Okay. I can't keep track of what you've been sent previously. So if people, that's why I don't do a subscription, if you see what I mean.
That would be that'd be quite hard work, wouldn't it?
Yes, it's because, there's just too many. But the best way to try and work out what corals I send out in my video, if you see that I've got like 15 pieces of one type of coral and one type of another, I'm not going to send the one type, am I? I'm going to send the pieces of 15. So
and there are some times 40 quid a month, 3 corals. There are some times when you've got lots of really nice ones as well. So it's not just like a load of crap.
I left it 1 second. I have to do this because it's going to cane me. I left the mystery boxes on and people are buying them and they're already discounted.
Buy it. Buy the mystery box quick.
No,
well, whilst you're doing that
does not count. Any mystery boxes that are taken, because it's only people watching this stream. Like I will honor the one that I just did that just came through. I'm taking them all off now because they're already heavily discounted. So okay, you get the last laugh in this, don't you?
Yeah. That was me. Actually, that was me.
I go bankrupt.
The 2 comments I want to put up. One says for Teapot says Alex should have won. And then the other one, which I really like, is Mosreef, who says, to be fair, Alex was rubbish.
Oh, I actually thought you did pretty good.
Yeah, he's pulling my leg. That was good. That was close. I like that. Last week was it was a landslide, but this was close. So, and Jay's Real Reef says, congratulations, Ryan. You both had some great picks there. Some inverts I'd never seen. Mixed mystery box free for all. And James wants his mystery box, please.
We can have a mystery box, but I've taken them up, but you have to buy it tomorrow because they can't have it while the discount code's on.
Any chance of a poll on whether Alex and Ryan should answer B&3 Reefer's question? What was his question? B&3
what was the
Reefer.
question?
Alex Ryan. I think I've just found 2 bristleworms, pink-like centipedes, good or bad?
Are they definitely bristleworms? Because you do get one that looks like a centipede, but if it is a bristleworm, then they're good.
If it's like a fireworm or a bobbit worm,
an Ennis worm, I think, are the ones that are like millipedes. Yeah, Eunice. Sorry. Oh,
this is a bristleworm. Bristleworm. I've got loads of these. Anytime I lift up a little rock or whatever, they float out into the water column and fish go over and try to, and realize that was a bad idea. But they're good. Yeah. They're very good cleanup crew. If you've got, sometimes people say they've got plagues of them. They've got dozens and dozens of them, and they're like, oh, I want to get rid of them, and that's why people buy arrow crabs. It's just because you're doing something wrong. You're feeding too much, or you're not vacuuming your sand bed or something. They're good as far as I'm concerned. I would always have. I've never got rid of a bristleworm. I think they're good.
Yeah, apparently not many people like arrow crabs. Just thought I'd mention it. Just thought I'd rub salt in the wound.
Yeah, this is true. Christina Court says, Ryan, have you still got the pink lemonade alveopora?
It's not an alveopora, it's a goniopora, and I don't have it anymore, I'm afraid. And someone just asked what the discount code is because they obviously thought, is it Alex Sucks or Alex Lost? But it's Alex Lost in capitals.
Alex Lost.
Yeah. No spaces, just capitals.
The one thing I need to say, so I don't know if it's still there, but last weekend I saw Maidenhead Aquatics Borden. They've got a pink goniopora. It looks a bit faded. And it might, I don't know if it might have flatworms on it or something, because it doesn't look in peak health.
Yeah.
But it was 90 quid. And if you can nurse it back to health, that will be a lovely coral. I came close to buying it.
Where was it?
Maidenhead Borden.
Oh yeah, I know that one. Yeah, I've been there.
So if you can get there before Ryan does, because he's thinking about it now.
I'm definitely thinking about it. I wonder if it's still there. How big is it?
Golf ball size.
Bit small, but
what I was going to say to them is, look, that looks like it's a bit bleached. I'm a bit worried it might die because gonnies are fussy.
Can I have it for £12?
I was going to say, look, is there a best price you can do? And if it was 50 quid, I'd have taken it, but I decided not to.
Yeah,
because I think I didn't want to ask, but I thought it was a nice coral. It just looked like it had a bit of shipping stress, and I was also worried that I might dip it and kill it, or it might not, so I didn't go for it. But it was a really nice coral, and at 90 quid, if it was healthier, it would be a very fair price. But even as it is, it's a good price, I think.
If you ever see anything like that you're not going to take a picture and send it to me, because the chances are I'll drive up straight away and get it if it's something special, because I like growing things and getting special things.
Yeah. So every now and then, there's one good thing. There's
it's gone. Sorry, someone said in the chat saying the gonnie's gone.
The gonnie's gone. Oh, you've seen it already. Interesting. I'm not surprised, and that's part of the reason I didn't make an offer, because I thought they'll probably be able to sell it. But I was very tempted by it. This is another gonnie that I bought. This pink one. I got that a couple of weeks ago from Maidenhead Woking for 130 quid.
Yeah.
And if you bought that in any other shop that's a bit more of a specialist in marine, that'd be twice the price.
Yeah, of course.
And that was, so I was happy with that. It's a nice coral. But if I see that, shout up, and you'd be interested. Although
definitely.
Planet 3D just says he didn't see it on Saturday. That doesn't mean you could miss it easily.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, Alex, how long did the trophy take to 3D print? I think it was like 6 hours. I can't remember. Not that long. 3D printing slow.
They were, when I saw you post them on Instagram, they were pretty cool. I was impressed with how they came out. They're going to look like, I've already got a place for them. They're going to go right on my sort of bookshelf in front of my TV, so I can look at them all day, every day.
The bad thing about them, because 3D printing it's not perfect quality. I don't know if you can see.
I know. I know.
Yeah,
what you mean?
Fuzzy and So that the Hannah holder thing, I spent quite a lot of time picking little bits off, scratchy bits, but there were still quite a few that I didn't get. But you can scratch them off. But there we go. That's a better one. If you look at the back of it,
well, I can show you. If I turn this around,
okay,
I'm going to have it right here.
Okay,
right here, it's just permanently. See all this nice, classy things. I'm going to have those 2 plastic trophies.
That's now your trophy cabinet.
That's where it's going to be. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and someone took Steve Webb took a gamble on a not looking well gunny today. Got it for 40 quid. So that's the thing. If that one the other week was 40 quid, I'd have had it. 90 quid. I was like,
Gonnies are one of those things where they can look like they're at death's door, and then if you put them in the right environment, they'll bounce back. Like they can be literally almost nothing left of them, and they still grow back. But as soon as they're in the right environment, though.
Yeah. Heat gun done that already, Chris. That got rid of the worst of the stringing. And Christina Court says, Ryan, those pictures behind you are so distracting. Looks like you're side eye perving at boobs and bums. Well, which you are basically.
Basically, yeah. See, I mainly did it just to we saw you put the analytics out, didn't you? From out like when we first started. Like people are here for these. That's basically it. There was one angry person at the start, wasn't there?
I don't remember what
he said. Those pictures are like disgraceful or something. I don't remember. So I did point out.
Rings a bell, but I don't remember. Yeah.
That's why I said he didn't like your scolly or your clownfish.
Yes. Oh yeah. No, I do remember now. Yeah, I do remember. Yeah. Okay.
What does the chat want the next competition to be? Because we're done now for competitions.
Well, the thing, we have to keep going, and there's one we're going to have to do, Ryan. Best equipment.
No. There's no point with best equipment because we can't prove it's the best.
Well, we can't prove anything's the best. Can't prove inverts.
Best equipment. Like I think it's too much.
Do it.
It's not even that exciting. Would anyone want to see best equipment? It's like I picked Ego Deck. No, don't do a poll. You'll lose this one.
About who?
Oh, look, yeah, that's true. Josh called. Look, I'm not going to rescue everyone, but Josh called me the other day. He said, "I desperately need a heater. Have you got one?" So he currently has the heater for the angelfish tank in his tank. So, and I think fish people help each other out.
Yeah.
They do. They know. I think it doesn't matter what it is. If someone goes, "Can you help me with this?" Generally, they'll come and help out.
Yeah.
Because they know how serious it is when
exactly.
When no one helps you.
Proper community, isn't it? Best equipment would be the most dull thing. I thought that about inverts, and I quite enjoyed this one actually.
I did. Yeah, I did enjoy this one. My favorite one, weirdly, was the fish.
You're a fish man, though. You like fish, don't you? But what else is there? Because we can't
say yes. I don't want to do this one.
2/3 yes, 1/3 no. It's not overwhelming. I'll think about it. We'll think of something else.
It's not the same. Like fish and inverts, and people have a very personal taste about. Like you can just look at a picture and go yes or no. Whereas if you go look at this Ecotech light or look at this Kessel light.
But it can be which do you prefer? Same, it's exactly the same thing. It works. It's just whether or not you want to do it. And it's pretty much 50-50. People aren't that keen. I'll leave the poll running, but it's pretty much 50-50. So
that's the only poll you won today, isn't it? So
well, I have no horse in this race. I don't mind if we do it or not. But if we don't, we'll do something else. It doesn't necessarily have to be who has the best taste in.
have you got those pictures I sent you? I suppose they're on your phone. They're not on your computer.
What
I wanted
pictures?
to remember the pictures I sent you of the AI art where I
Oh
typed in,
yes.
I just
no,
wanted to see. Are they on your phone?
They'll be hidden somewhere. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah,
because I just thought we got 5 minutes left, so I wondered if you wanted to put it up just to see what people thought as an idea.
Who's the best YouTubers? God, that could be controversial.
Definitely not me. Oh yeah, I'm putting a video out. Probably within the next hour, I've got a video going out as well. This is like advertising for me now.
Yeah. All right. Well, so and the what's it called? The podcast will be going out as well.
Estonian Reefer has got it right. Ryan's not interested in equipment, therefore it'll be a boring live stream. You'll be like, I like these kettles. I'll be like, yep, you win.
The thing I do like though is because you've got some free equipment like your water box tank.
Yeah.
So it would be interesting to see if you've been given a piece of equipment for free and it wasn't your favorite, which one you go for.
I see what you mean. I would never use a piece of equipment I didn't actually want. That's just and you're exactly the same, aren't you? You would never use a piece of equipment you don't want. So,
but anyway, are you guys planning on going to Reef Builders Telford? It's not Reef Builders, it's Aqua Telford. But yes, we mentioned it at the start. Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. Take it you're going, Jay. You're not far from Delby's, not a million miles from Telford, so I'm guessing you're going. And the others.
It will be nice to meet all the YouTubers because the chances are most of them or a few of them will go.
Yeah, for sure. It'd be cool if some Americans came over. I don't know if they will. Probably
less
not.
Likely. I think they'd be disappointed if they did come over.
October in the Midlands of England. I mean, it's not the dream, is it?
No, it's but
if you live in California.
Me and you will be there. Colette will be there because she's with TMC. Jay, you just said it's not far, so I'm assuming he's probably going to go. And I don't know. I think Moggs is not far from there or around that. He's in the north somewhere, isn't he?
The north, yeah. It's all the same, basically, isn't it?
Yeah. Basically, the north is anything above London for me.
Yeah, exactly. I think I can't remember if he's Manchester, which again, that's not a million miles, but it's a bit further. But anyway, yeah. So there'll be a few people there. It'd be cool. It'd be good.
Yeah. So
be good fun. Well, do you have any closing words of wisdom for the good people of the internet?
No.
Nothing. You got nothing.
I would like this has been fun. I do apologize because I actually do feel that I've got out of control of this live stream.
No, this was great because it's funny when we're competitive.
I'm almost embarrassed at how much I cared and how competitive I got. But it was fun. I'm grateful for everyone who comes and watches this. I enjoy this every single week, and I think you all say the same thing. It's the chat that makes this a lot of the time for us.
Completely, yeah.
So because if no one was talking to us, it would be boring.
Yeah,
I just got to talk to you.
I know, yeah. All right, fine. Well, there we go. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Thanks for joining in, and I suppose thanks for voting, even though you all voted wrong. God's sake. But yeah, all right, and we'll catch you again next week.
Yeah. See you later.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Bye.